When you love someone, you do what pleases them. And your greatest joy is in pleasing and serving the one you love. It is an honor to serve the one you love. Imagine for a moment that you're in the presence of a famous person. Now, I know I'm not in Southern California at the moment, but suppose that you meet Kobe Bryant. How would some people act? Can I get you something? A glass of water? Can I tie your shoe? And then imagine getting to tie Kobe's shoe. Then you go back home and you tell everyone, I tied Kobe's shoe. Now, you may not care about Kobe, but you understand the sentiment here. There is an honor in serving the one you love. There is tashrif. And it is only once that love is gone or weakened that serving that person goes from being an honor to just being a burden. It goes from tashrif to only taklif. Sadly, our worship of God is like this, just a burden. We don't pray to seek refuge from the storm of our lives. If we pray at all, we do it to get it out of the way. Or maybe because our parents won't stop nagging until we do. Somehow we have forgotten that if we don't pray, we harm no one. Not Allah, not our mothers, not our fathers. We harm only our own selves. You see, on the day of judgment, every man and woman will stand alone in front of Allah. And there is nothing that anyone can do for you except by the permission of Allah. On that day, a mother would be willing to throw away her own child just to save herself. Please understand the reality that we have forsaken because we are so caught up with our phones, our apps, our friends, our parties, our highs. We're so caught up with the cute guys and the pretty girls. Please understand that ignoring a reality does not make it any less real. It's still going to happen. Being unprepared for something doesn't stop it from happening. If you choose, for example, to stay up all night partying, instead of studying for your final exam, it doesn't mean that the final exam won't happen. It still will, and you only end up failing. If we spend this life just partying, pretending that the final isn't coming, it won't stop it from happening. Nothing will stop death. Nothing. Nothing will delay the day of judgment. Like that final exam, the question is only, are we prepared? Or are we too busy playing? Imagine for a moment that a news reporter tells you that a huge storm is coming. Imagine that you're told that unless you seek shelter, you and your family will be destroyed. What would you do? If we really believed that a storm was coming, we would run to shelter, right? Only a person who didn't believe the forecast would continue playing, ignoring the countless warnings. Only if you thought it was a lie or you were too drunk to realize. Only if you didn't really believe or you didn't really understand. But how could someone really know that a storm was about to hit and do absolutely nothing to protect themselves and those they love? Would anyone say, I'm actually too busy hanging out right now. I'm too busy on my phone or on Facebook to run to shelter. I'd rather check out this guy's profile than protect myself from the storm. No one would say that. And yet, every single time we put off our prayers, put off wearing hijab, put off giving up dating, put off leaving our poisonous bad company, put off abandoning alcohol or smoking or pot or pornography, that is exactly what we're saying. The fact that we cannot leave these haram things, the fact that we insist, I will never leave alcoholic drinks, I will never give up illegal sexual intercourse, I will never give up smoking hookah or pot or pornography, I will never give up dating and all the so-called pleasures associated with it. The fact that our worship has become only a burden is a sign that there's a problem internally. There is a problem with our sight. We don't really see the storm coming. We don't really see the day of judgment. We haven't purified and rectified the lump of flesh that the Prophet ﷺ spoke about. And as a result, the rest of our bodies, the rest of our actions, the rest of our lives have become corrupted. We don't really see Allah with our hearts, and we haven't built our love for Him. We haven't really used the heart for the very purpose for which it was created, to know, to serve, and to love God. Remember that the first verses revealed were not about haram and halal. They were not about dating or drinking or smoking or pot. They were about the fact that as a matter of certainty, just as certain as I am standing in front of you today, that you and I will meet our Maker. You and I will stand in front of Allah and we will be asked, what did you love most in this world? What did you spend your life doing? What did you run after? Will it last? The things that you chase, will they last? Will they help you or will they hurt you when the illusion of this life has passed? We need to come back to Allah before it's too late. And often what keeps people from turning back is that they believe that their sins are too great for Allah to forgive. But to this Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks,
قل يا عبادي الذين أسرفوا على أنفسهم لا تقنطوا من رحمة الله إن الله يغفر الذنوب جميعا إنه هو الغفور الرحيم.
Say, O my servants who have transgressed against themselves by sinning, do not despair of the mercy of Allah. Indeed, Allah forgives all sins. Indeed, He is the most forgiving, the most merciful.